Total War Warhammer, it seems like they've improved so much since Tiller that the whole functionality of the game is much better. The collisions are better between people, and the actual campaign and the things in it are much better, like the people you can play as, the vampire counts. I played as the Empire, and all the unit types were much better than I've ever seen on any of the Total War.
I'm new to Warhammer lore as a whole, and I'll say, well, for me anyway, it seems quite interesting, and I think they've portrayed it in quite a good light from what I've seen.
It's really pretty. I think the animations are really good. The creatures are really interesting. I like the Warhammer art style. I like, yeah, I really like the genre. I'm a massive fantasy fan, so having a game that's in that, but that also is the Total War strategy kind of game with all the battle mechanics and everything, that I found really enjoyable.
I was happy to play a battle of that game because I love Warhammer anyway, and I love strategy.
They've pushed the art style, it runs a lot better, and I like the addition of magic as well. So I'm not a big Warhammer fan, I've never gotten into it, but I am a big Total War fan. So I like the combination of the two. The Total War is bringing out the best of Warhammer for me.
It was different because obviously it's not limited by the historical context. So you could do a lot more, and it was definitely well done.
I will be back because Total War was my highlight at EGX, so it's going to probably be a highlight here at Rezzed.
I feel like for real-time strategy as a genre, it's good because it puts you in that role of power. You're commanding a lot of either a large army or a large group of people, and it's not just you watching over like a chessboard. You're actually involved. You're watching. You can go close, like on Rome 2. You can go in the camera perspective with the people. And it's all about everything's riding on you. So if you're playing against another person, you get the payoff of beating them by outmaneuvering them in some way. It's really like clever thinking.
If you like to be a king and make yourself feel important and go to war whenever you want and be a little bit of a dictator, this is the game for you. And if you love Lord of the Rings, this is the closest thing for it right now, I'd say. If you love a bit of fantasy.
I'm more 40k, but I do like fantasy, and Warhammer's universe is just brilliant for a Total War game. So Total Warhammer, brilliant. It's a brilliant idea.
As a gamer and most nerdy people, you tend to like RPGs where you can have a character that's not yours, but someone that you're at least following a narrative with. And when people play these grand strategy games, they usually build their own narrative when they're conquering bits of the map. So with a hero character, it gives you a focal point for all these actions. So it works really well.
I played a map against the vampire counts, and it seemed like the AI was actually flanking, that they were told to flank. And before, in Rome 2 especially, they just come head on. So it's good to see the AI actually come around and make you think more strategically about fighting on two fronts.
As someone who's never played Total War, I'd say definitely give it a try and spend your time with it, because you might get smashed at first, but you can always turn it around if you're lucky.
I feel the most approachable in the Total War series. They have added another layer with the spells, but because it's got a strong UI, it's easy to see it and make it fit in.
I think the mechanics are very similar. If you're used to Total War, then you can definitely play this straight off the bat. But I would say it's much better in terms of, it's a lot more dynamic in terms of you don't know what to expect because there's a lot of magic going around, so you might have to react a lot quicker. A spell could change. You can't be very static or as formed as you used to be with the lines, and especially with the flying units, it changes a lot, adds for like a third dimension in some respects. Yeah, I would say it's a lot better thus far, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays on online multiplayer with the balancing, if I'm honest.
It's pretty cool to see like a flying griffin that you can ride and then like swoop down and attack, or a dragon, say. So I think that's a really cool idea, and I've always wanted that because I do like the fantasy element of it.
It's the magic, and it's the vampires, and it's the zombies, and it's that really high fantasy gothic kind of aspect of it. And the art style I love as well. I love the skulls, and the magic is really pretty as well. So,
well, what CA have done with Total War Warhammer is they've refined the Total War system, because sometimes it can get quite broad and kind of samey, but what they've done here is they've refined it in a way that's very interesting and it's got great impact. So you get all the fun of the overarching strategy with the quests and the hero characters, but you also get these battles that are sort of boiled down to their purest points. You'll have all the nice characters in it. You won't just have, you know, skeleton with spear, skeleton with sword, skeleton with different sword. You know, you get nice refined characters.
There's a lot of intellectual input in it, so it's very engaging, and also it's fun splatting things.
It can be quite tricky. You need to be good at micromanaging your units, you need to be quite strategic, but it's very fun and intense.
It just gives all the power to you. It has a good balance between diplomacy and you actually being in the battles, where some games just focus either on one or the other. Like, you can't have a good mixture of both, so I'll say that's why Total War definitely excels against the rest.
I will definitely be playing a midnight launch of it when it goes live on Steam.
Actually having the opportunity to try it myself at EGX has been really good for me. It's helped me choose to buy.
I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I was going to pre-order it so I can get the Chaos Warriors pack, definitely.
Yeah, oh no, I'm definitely going to buy the game. I can't wait to sort of take the Total War strategy and apply it to a fantasy realm, because you haven't seen that done before, and Warhammer Total War sort of, I don't know, it's opened up a new spectrum of the whole grand strategy title, which I'd like to see.
This is the game I came for Rezzed for.